Welcome to. Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me. Welcome to D Truth TV. I'm your host D Truth, and this is the Truth Zone. I found a little something. We we are so delusional. We want to know where we come from and all that stuff. But respect to Shonda Williams, that's in the house. You're rising to you. We got to know the past and how this country of America was started. And it's kind of funny that this right here is this gonna be inspirational for our community right here. Okay. What's up, 22? Respect, respect. I'm gonna read y'all a little something here. Just bear with me. The nation's founders believed in white supremacy, and they were not ashamed to say so. The first slave right here in 1619, between 1619 and 1865, Virginia passed more than 130 slave statutes to regulate the ownership of black people. In 1662, law made all children or enslaved mother slaves, regardless of the father's race or status, so that or if they were all by white slave master, couldn't create a free child. A 1667 law codified that slaves who converted to Christianity were still slaves. Think about it. Christianity. That's kind of funny that word came up in that right there. And that's a whole lot of us is transforming to Christianity. But yet we transform into Christianity back then. It's still when they transform it to converted over Christianity, that's still them freedom, right? A 1669 law allowed slaves to be killed for resisting authority. Resisting authority. Think about it. Who is under authority now? It's the government. It's the police departments. Think about it. How many black men and women have been killed by police by the police over the years? Which originally they were used to catch runaway slaves back then. Okay. The word of the law regarding Christianity is revealing. The slave master would claim Christian in their acts of enslavement. Whereas some doubt have risen, where the children that are slaves by birth and by the clarity of their owners made puretakers of the blessed. Okay. Let me go on to the next one. Virginia didn't have a monopoly on horrible slave laws. In 1740, South Carolina passed a comprehensive slave code with 57 provisions so that the slave may be kept in due subjection and obedience. Provision included making it a crime for slaves to grow or possess their own food, gather in groups, or learn to read. Think about this right now. Think about this. We could grow our own food today. We could possess our own food. We could gather in groups. We could learn to read, write, add, subtract. But how many take advantage of that? None of us do. I know people don't want to hear about this. It's not for everybody. But think about this. If we grow our own food, we gather in groups to be one on one accord, we can rise up above poverty. Think about it. In 1755, Georgia required all plantation owners and their white employees to serve in the state militia, which was responsible for enforcing slavery. Joseph Clay, a Savannah merchant, described the role of slavery in 1784, saying the Negro business is a great object with us. The Negro business is a great object with us. Think about it. A great object. We are nothing but object to these people. We are nothing. We less than human. We less than animals to these people still today. Still today. We are less than. You're right, 22. Yes, a lot of stuff was stolen for us. It is to the trade of this country as the soul is to the body, and without it, no house can gain proper stability. 40 or the 56 signers of this Declaration of Independence owned slave. Think about it. 40 or the 56 who signed the Declaration of Independence were slave owners. Were slave owners. You thought that Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, the Constitution was written for us? No, it wasn't written for us. It was never written for us. Under the Constitution, a slave was counted as three-fifths of a free person. We still count less than three-fifths right now. We counted less than three-fifths. Look how many of us killing each other. Look how many people are get killed by other people. Look how many people us are get killed by the police. Look how many of us is in jail, in prison right now for no crime committed. Think about it. 10 of the first 12 presidents owned slaves. This is who we were as the United States became a nation. Terrorism. Even if we refuse to acknowledge it, the largest terrorist attack in Oklahoma was not at the Ferry Building in Oklahoma City in 1995. It was down the road in Tulsa in 1921. Greenwood neighborhood of Tulsa, Oklahoma was unique. In the early 20th century, it was referred to as the Black Wall Street. It was home to Black and Native Americans who had become wealthy from all discoveries. You're right, it is. It is. They think the biggest terrorist attack, this saw was 9/11. They think the biggest the terrorist attack was Oklahoma, 1995. No, it wasn't. It was Tulsa, Oklahoma. That was the biggest one. Well, however, did not mean equality. White residents were disturbed by the growing black wealth and sought to oppose official segregation measures. In 1914, Tulsa passed a law that forbid anyone from living on a block where more than three-quarters of the pre-existing residents were of another race. In isolation, Greenwood thrived. In Main Strip boasted attorney's office, auto shop, cafes at a movie theater, funeral home, pool hall, beauty salon, grocery store, furries, and confectionaries. They had it all. They had it all. The resentment among white against this community was a powder keg awaited a spark. That spark came with a sexual assault allegation against a black teenager named Dick Rowland. Against Dick Rowland. You're right. It only changes that. What happened in the elevator of the Drexel building on May 30th, 1921 is unclear, but the common narrative is that Rowland accidentally tripped against it operator. A white 17-year-old named Sarah Page caused her to scream. A bystander who heard the scream called the police, and like a game or telephone, the story became more inflammatory, with each retelling and spread rapidly. Right, Dexter Mullins. A black man took his life into his hands, if there was even the suggestion of interest in or offense against a white woman. Think about it. Spreading lies. They spread lies. Spread the narrative because there was envy of the blacks and the Native Americans, how they thrived on their own. They thrive on their own in that community that they try to segregate it from the rest of the town. They thrived. They had their own stuff. They kept the money in their own community, which we not doing today. We're not keeping our own money in our own community. To think how much we could thrive if we kept our own money in our own community. Okay. When Rowland was captured, some black World War I veterans from Greenwood armed themselves in front of the courthouse to prevent a lynching. They were they were justified in their fear. A lynching occurred in Tulsa the year before. Greenwood black newspaper, the Tulsa Star, reported the August 1920 lynching of a white teenager accused of murdering a white mob, or murder by a white mob. The paper reported that the Tulsa police had done little to protect the lynching victim, who had been taken from his jail cell at the county courthouse. Respect, sick of dogs. Respect. Check this out. In front of the courthouse, a group of white men approached the black man from Greenwood. Nigga, what are you going to do with that pistol? One of the white men asked. I'm going to use it if I need to, was the reply. The white man grabbed for the gun and a gunshot rang out. It's unclear whether it was accidental, a warning shot, or an attempt to injure or kill. In any case, all hell broke loose. All hell broke loose. Okay. The groups of white and black men had a running gunfight all the way to Greenwood. When they got there, the group of whites, which had grown in number, began firing indiscriminately on black bystanders. Black people were shot in the streets and dragged behind cars with nooses tied around their neck. Then came the airplanes. I could see planes circling in midair, but Colbert Franklin, a black lawyer in Tulsa, recounted, they grew in number and harm darted and dipped low. I could hear something like hail falling upon the top of my office building. He looked out the window, down east, Orchard. I saw the old Midway Hotel on fire, burning from its top, and then another and another and another building began to burn from their top. He said, describing the aerial bombardment of Greenwood. The sidewalks were covered with burning turpentine balls. I knew all too well where they came from. Black people fleeing from the burning homes were machine gunned down in the street. Respect really one. Think about this. They've been wanting to do that to Tulsa, the Black Wall Street, because we were flourishing. They're thinking we came together and start flourishing as one group of people, as one at a mighty fist. Now, that was all in that town. Black and Native Americans, natives. The white people that did that. There ain't no whites. There ain't no way in there that whites came to help. They came to seek and to destroy, which they did. Okay. Tulsa civic leader clung to conservative estimate rights, historian Tim, but the number of the dead no doubt climbed well into the hundreds, making the burning in Tulsa the deadliest domestic American outbreak since the Civil War. Maurice Willows, or American Red Cross social worker, wrote the 1920 report on the aid of society or their activity during and after the violence. He reported that up to 300 blacks were killed. He described the numerous stations in the city set up by the Red Cross to aid the wounded. He also reported that in the rush to bury the body, no record was made of many burials. Think about it. There was no, we can't get the exact number. How many melanated black people were killed during that time? We can't get the number. The Tulsa massacre destroyed more than 35 blocks of the city, along with more than 1,200 homes, and left some 300 people dead, mostly black. 10,000 people were left homeless. Yet this act of domestic terrorism is rarely mentioned or taught in school. What we choose to remember speak volumes. I'm gonna start right there because it's just part one of the past that we got to learn from. See, this past right here is this past is what we got to learn from. We know, we know if we get together as a group of people, what we could put our minds to. We know it could be done because it's been done in the past. It's been done in the past. So let's get together and help one another build up our portfolio, build up our equity, build up our life, build up our credit, build up our, let's help each other get a business and grow. Let's get a business and keep it in our own community so we can build up our own community. Let's stop hating on each other. Thank you, 22. Let's stop hating on each other. Because long we hate on each other, they winning. Long we killing each other, they winning. Like I said, the gangs in California, the gangs in Chicago, New York, Atlanta, at all the states. It's nothing compared to the gang or the police department that's in every city, every county. It's nothing compared to that. How many times has the police killed somebody close dear to us, or we heard about it on TV, or got swept on a rug? How many of our men got to die? How many of our women got to die for no reason? When somebody of the other skin tone commit a crime, it always the narrative something must be wrong with him. But when our people die for hands of cops or others, they want to spin the narrative about, oh, he or she was this way. Look at his record. Want to make it about the dead. We got to stand up about this. If we don't stand up, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? When it all said and done, it is crazy. It is crazy. We got to do what we got to do. It is crazy. We got to do what we got to do sometimes. We don't have to like our neighbors. We don't have to love our neighbors. But you know who we got to love? We got to love ourselves. Enough said, we got to love ourselves more than anything else. Say enough is enough. If we don't love ourselves enough to say enough is enough, how are we going to help each other? Because I want our community to rebuild bigger and better than it was. I want us to get some more Black Wall Street. I want us to get together, buy some land, build some houses on so some of our people get off the streets. I want some of us to get businesses so we could go shop there and keep the money in our community. Respect, Christy. We gotta do what we gotta do. It's hard as enough out here as an individual. I know it's hard out here being a melanated queen out here in this world. We gotta protect our queens. Some of them don't want to be protected, but we gotta protect our queens. The real queens, not the one that backstabbing. See, we gotta come together as one, as kings and queens of our community. If we don't, if we don't come together, we shall perish. They don't give a damn we kill each other. Nobody don't give a damn we kill each other because we don't give a damn we kill each other. Because when we start giving a damn about us killing each other and we start this gang violence against each other, then they can start caring. Then we start helping each other. First, we got to start with ourselves. We got to love ourselves enough to say enough is enough. We can't walk by other people say, "Oh, look how he dressed, how she dressed." We can't put a trademark on these other people and say, "Hey, look how she act, look how she dress." We can't put a stigma on a guy because he dressed with the pants sagging. He must be a thug. He must be in the gang. We can't do that. Because guess what? That's what they do. They put a tag on us. Just think. A melanated man, a melanated woman dressed to the T. Go out and do his or her business. Own a business. Doing well. I don't care you a movie star, TV star, an artist. You got money. But what have you put back in the community? What have you started community? How you start help building houses in the community where you came from? Some people don't go back to where they came from to help them out to get on their feet. Because you got money, it don't mean a damn thing, especially if you don't love yourself. Do you love yourself? Do you love your community good enough, well enough to go back and help? Not because it's a write off, not because you get the limelight for get a pat on the back because you went back to the community to help. Respect Chill Will. Respect Chill Will. Respect Pennywise. See, when we get too complacent, there was some of these melanated men and women that got money get complacent. Don't want to help out the community. Don't want to go donate. Don't want to help out your fellow melanated king and queen to help them get on their feet. Don't want to help them get standard housing. Don't want to get them out of the condition they in. Don't want to be the good Samaritan you are. Because you're scared what somebody that's going to think about it. Sometimes you got to pay it forward. Think about it. Some of the artists, some of the actors, actresses, melanated actresses, songwriters, singers, rappers, musicians, athletes. Think about it. If we didn't buy your album, we didn't go see your movies, we didn't go to the sporting events, how you gonna get paid? How you gonna get paid? Just think of all of us that don't have all that money stop going to listen to your music. Think if all of us stop doing the things that we like doing, so you have money in your pocket. We giving you money, but what you doing for your community? You doing what the head honcho, what them folks saying do. That means you don't have no heart. You don't have no damn heart. You don't love yourself. You don't love your community. See, you get so, especially with these reality shows, you get so big and big headed, you forget where you came from. You can't forget where you came from, because what the same people you see the old way up that got you up there. Guess what you're gonna see? Them on the way down. See, let's get like Black Wall Street. Let's get like some of the community that was in the past. Let's help each other. Let's build our own legacy. Let's build our own town. Until then, guess what? How we gonna make it? That's how people come over here for another country. They get a business started. It's passed on down from generation to generation. When there's a black shop open, we walk right past that black shop to go to another shop. Cause you think the black person trying to scam you. That's not love. That we showed it ourselves. We got to show up our community. We got to talk to our kids, teach them how to love themselves and have a mind of their own. How to be respectful to people that were here before. But the only way we're going to do that is the parents stop. Want to lash out against another adult for correcting a child for doing something wrong. See, that's what wrong with the world today. Cause I know when I grew up, when the name got on me, my mom had something to say about it. Not to the neighbor, but to me. See, they moved out all us. I said all of us melanated people. They had our government assistance to the women for not keeping the man in the home. And the man out here struggling. And guess what? Women, you struggling too. Respect the life, respect. See, when we start looking at the big picture as a whole, that we got to come together as one and love each other. We gotta love ourselves. I just say love each other as in being spiteful. I'm not talking about love each other. See, once you show me who you are, that's who you are. See, I don't have to deal with you. I want to deal with a person that ready to make the change, to really make a commitment to make the community builder better. Who ready to make this community, our community better? Who's more in tune to make our community better? Us or them? We are. We're more in tune to make our community better. We are more in tune to make our life better. We are more in tune to make our family life better. We are more in tune to make ourselves better. That's why I said we got to reflect on ourselves. We got to love ourselves. If we don't love ourselves, we don't love ourselves enough. Said thank you. You don't love yourself enough. Do reflection and look at yourself and try to change the things you can change. We're gonna be lost. We already lost. We're gonna be even more lost than we are now. That's good, Christy. That's good. See, we got to come together. Get these elected officials that supposedly love their community. They're not doing a damn thing for our community. We can't depend on them. We're gonna depend on ourselves. It's hard. Just like that movie for Hustle and Flow. It's hard out here for a pimp. See, it's not hard out here for us, and we can come together at one, especially if we love ourselves. When we do reflection every day. When we're gonna learn, we can learn from our past. What I want us to learn from our past, especially from Tulsa Greenwood, that it could be done. That we could build something special. Some people from the down here, some melanated folks have got families that got together about plot of land, started a whole new town. It could be done. We just got water to get done. We want it. If we want it, we can achieve it. This is just part one of what I was talking about the past. And I'm gonna bring it up to the future. Are we ready to make that change? Are you ready to make that change? Are you ready to make that change? One person can make a change. Two people can make a change. 3 to 5 people can make that change. No, when I said five, that's how many. You got 4 fingers and a thumb. To think about if we get a whole bunch of people to help make that change, to help out, to do things in the community, to build the community up. What a mighty situation that would be. But we know some people ain't gonna want it. We know some people ain't gonna want it because they're gonna think, oh, he or she got more doing this, doing that, won't get the accolades. Get the accolades. Accolades I want is, hey, that people had done a good job of getting community together, get the community together, get the kids together, start watching out for one another. One by one, we can help. First, you got to start with yourself. Take a look at yourself. Do like Michael Jackson said, the man in the mirror. Take a look at yourself. I'm not going to, this one going to be a long one. I might do one tonight. It's just part one. I'm going to read some more later on. I will say thank you. I love you with all my heart. I got your back. From here to wherever. Love is key. We gotta love ourselves. We gotta love the people around us, especially our family members. Although family members, some family members is no good. But most importantly, you gotta love yourself. I will be back. I will be back. Cause we gotta learn from our past. We gotta learn our history. We gotta learn where we came from. I know some people ain't gonna like the message I'm sending, but guess what? I'm trying to inspire us to be better humans, be better people, be a better, be better selves, be the best version of ourselves we could be. That's all it is. Join me later. Thank you. I'd like to shout out to Armando Black TV. Shout out to E. James Podcast. Shout out to West AP. Shout out to Motherboy Trey. Truth Hurts. George Chit Chat. Black to the P. Nate the Great. Blow Dollars Network. Cops Tyler Bay. The Word. Cuba. Mac Mean. Shout out to the Nile River. Twitter East Nation. State Gang. Bus Life. Them just the ones I named is content creators. Shout out to all the chat that's in the Nile River. There's a mods over there. Shout out to all the people that is mods and comes over to watch Mono Black TV. Shout out to everybody that comes on watch D True TV. Cause that way we know it's family. We defend family. We got family back. We got the family back. And we gotta do what's right. Till later tonight. Till later tonight. Peace and love. I will see you tonight.